How did Timothy Fox rise to the occasion and don the mantle of Batman? Well, let's hop into the pages of The Next Batman Second Son, issue number 1, a new digital series from DC Comics, and find out together. Alrighty then, so this new story, for those of you out there who may be confused, takes place after the events of Joker War and long before the possible future events of Future State. We hook back on up with one Timothy Fox. Yes, that's right, he's not going by Jace Fox yet. I imagine if we keep following this series, we'll find out why he decided to change his name, as he stakes out the compound of some corrupt billionaire in Vietnam. Yes, that's right, it seems that before Timothy ever thought of becoming a superhero, he was already some sort of military-trained vigilante, as in someone who takes the law into their own hands. I know sometimes we use the term superhero and vigilante interchangeably in comics, but they do actually mean two different things. Breaching this guy's compound is going to be difficult, as he has a state-of-the-art security system and a small army of rent-a-cops at his back. But Timothy is fearless and highly motivated. The plan is to sneak into this guy's office and download some incriminating files onto a flash drive. The only problem is the computer has absolutely been scrubbed by the time Tim gets there. Almost as if someone had already tipped him off to Timothy coming to pay him a visit, which, you know, is kind of crazy considering, as far as we know, the only person Tim works with is the voice inside his comm. Which actually reminds me that Tim actually did have a kind of man in the chair helping to run his operation in the pages of The Next Batman, but we never actually got to see that person either. Tim is forced to duke it out with the local security, and we see that in a one-on-one hand-to-hand fight, he's more than capable of holding his own, but when the bullets start flying, he's forced to make a retreat. Again, I think it's interesting to note that Timothy doesn't actually carry a gun himself in this situation. Timothy manages to escape with little more than a broken arm, which still manages to bruise his pride more than just about anything. The real hits have only started to come, though, as Tim makes it back to his flophouse, only to realize that Grifter is already there waiting for him. Grifter, of course, you'll remember as the super soldier, super mercenary of the old Wildstorm universe. He also just so happens to be the brand new bodyguard of Tim's dad, Lucius Fox, who has sent him to Vietnam to collect his son. And believe it or not, it's right there, the comic comes to a close, everybody. And so that was The Next Batman Second Son, issue number 1, everybody. And overall, I thought it was fine. It unfortunately suffers from the same problem that a lot of these DC digital books suffer from, and that is just when it really starts rolling, just when you really start getting into the story, it's already over. I will admit too, it takes a little getting used to from getting to read and enjoy Timothy Fox's adventures over in the Future State Batman book to then come here to this digital book where everything's just a little different. It is an odd and kind of interesting creative choice in how John Ridley and DC Comics has chosen how they dole out information about Timothy, or Jace. Again, his name is bound to change. I certainly wasn't expecting them to give us a whole origin story right away, and they definitely give us enough small little character flourishes to chew on and think about here in this first issue. But I get the distinct feeling if you weren't already won over by the character in those next Batman books from Future State, then this digital book isn't going to do much to try and convert you. For what it's worth, I am interested in John Ridley's vision, and I definitely want to see where he's going with this character. There was definitely enough little Easter eggs and enough breadcrumbs in that Future State Batman book that I want to see this character once he truly becomes fully formed and, you know, everything about him is revealed to the reader. Overall, though, I can really only give this first issue a 7 out of 10. I get the distinct feeling Second Son is going to read a lot better when you can actually read the whole complete story in arc form and not just read, you know, these little snippets here and there on a weekly basis. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Jewel, and if you're seeing me right now, that means you watched to the end of the video, which I am very appreciative of. It really helps drive engagement and retention and all that other good YouTube stuff. So does liking and commenting. Wink wink. If you like my content too, you should check out my Patreon page. We just redid all the tiers, so there's a ton of great rewards. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, and well, it would just really help me out. It's never expected, but always appreciated. So until next time everyone, I've been Cape Joel, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.